plays Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll get to see the Eagles' leader at quarterback. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Eagles and the Niners, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. As CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense. This seems like they can cancel each other out. We've got a top 5 rushing offense against a top 5 defense. So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that, what coaches call want to.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft, and Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
On the ready. Switch, yellow, check pink, check white.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 5 catches, 105 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. they go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So the Eagles now, they'll be in great position here to start things out. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll drop to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're going to look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with the option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Go.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. The Lance going to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Succop's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether they're... Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Second and 6. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Fred Warner. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Another run with Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Lance now on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch out now. 50 series.
Lance now to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Doug Costin in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here we go.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. Completes it to Davis. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. Justin Herbert, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Lastly, let's check on one final game.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Another run here with Sanders. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun now on third down. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to get this up to midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Here's 2nd and 8. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10. At their own 22.
Ready?
They'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Dances by him. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. And now they'll throw with Lance. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Ready?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
2nd down and 3.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Right back to Sanders on 1st down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They will find Davis on the left side, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Touchdown. Corey Davis, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Let's go.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Lance again. It returns it right back to Samuel. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Cut, go.
Throwing now is Lance.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Here we go.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Lance looks to throw again. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's got it.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
To throw, it's Lance.
Steps away. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd down and goal. Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll go again with Sanders. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run
run with Sanders up the middle. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brandon Cooks, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But over.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Let's go. Charge.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance, he'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Ready?
Desperation time here. Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete.
Hurry, hurry.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Eagles, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.